Stop the HST hike. I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.Media. New Brunswickers, I'm going to tell you something you already know far better than I do. You're being taxed to death, and it's only going to get worse. The Liberal government in Fredericton announced more tax hikes this week in their budget, including hiking the HST from 13% to 15%. That is a big hit to anyone's pocketbook, and it's got to stop. The province is debt-ridden. The government is spending far too much money, and their answer to all their woes is to try and tax their way to prosperity. It won't work. So today, here at The Rebel, we are launching a petition, and it's at the website nohsthike.ca. I want you to sign it and then encourage your friends and family within the province to do the same. New Brunswickers already pay enough in taxes, and the high tax burden is hurting family budgets, it's hurting business, it's hurting the economy and the future of the province. There have been too many tax hikes these last few years. Last year, the Gallant government increased business property taxes. They created 2 new tax brackets for high-income earners. Now, they've cut that back a bit in the latest budget, but high-income earners, the people with the money to hire other people to invest in new jobs, they're still going to be paying more than when this government came to power. And this latest budget is also moving the corporate income tax rate up from 12% to 14%. They're bragging they're going to bring in $293 million in new revenue. But you know where the majority of that new revenue is going to come from? The HST hike. That means from you. Stephen Harper and the Conservatives cut the federal portion of the HST from 7 to 6 to 5% in 2006. As of this coming July, the HST is going back up to 15%, and it's all going to Fredericton. Pretty much everything you buy outside of food and children's clothing is going to cost 2% more. That's like taking a 2% cut in pay. Also, the government can have more money. Is it the right way to go? Now, have you ever seen a government tax its way to prosperity? No. If that could happen, then New Brunswick's neighbor, Quebec, would be the most prosperous province in the country. But they aren't. Quebec has lower wages than the Canadian average. A third of the provincial budget comes from the federal government and massive equalization payments. Is that the future for New Brunswick? I hope not. The Quebec model isn't one that New Brunswick should be following. Already, New Brunswickers earn about $100 per week less than the Canadian average, according to Stats Canada. $832 per week in 2014, the last year we have numbers for, compared to the national average of $935. The population shrinking from 755,000 to 753,000. May not sound like a lot, but there's headlines talking about it being the fastest shrinking population. The government's commissioned studies on this. Population loss is one of the stated reasons the province is so excited about the current refugee resettlement program. If New Brunswick wants prosperity, it should be cutting taxes for families to attract new residents, cutting taxes for business to encourage more investment, and making it easier for businesses to set up shop and then hire New Brunswickers. Instead, they're hiking taxes and they're coming for your wallet. If you think that this HST hike is the wrong way to go, then please sign our petition at nohsthike.ca and then do something important to help your province. Share the petition with your family, your friends, your neighbors. Post it on Facebook. Email it to your Aunt May in Moncton. Spread the word and tell the government you've had enough. Sign now. nohsthike.ca. That's nohsthike.ca.